Hi, beautiful beings. I hope you're having an incredible day. My name is Brittany, and I'm so excited about today's topic. Today, I'm going to be sharing about 10 things that I've learned from 8 years of polyamory. I love just sharing appreciation. I love being in a state of appreciation. It's absolutely changed my life. And I love reflecting on epic experiences of my life and thinking about deep truths that I've uncovered for me right now from them. And this came to me the other night while I was falling asleep, and I just started writing it down and realized how grateful I am for all the lessons I've learned from experiencing polyamory. And polyamory, if you're not familiar with it, means many loves. And I feel like if I had to put a label on what I'm doing in relationships, you could call it polyamory. Relationship anarchy is also a term that resonates with me. For the most part, it's just basically unstructured or relationships that don't follow a certain structure. So if you want to hear more about that and you haven't already checked out the channel that I share with Connor McMillan, you can do that. We share a couple of channels. I'll link them down below. And basically, I am not monogamous. I don't have one partner. I have many loves. And I'm not going to get into the what of it right now. It's looked like a lot of different things over the last 8 years since I've been actively practicing ethical non-monogamy. And man, it's just been such an expansive journey. So I feel really excited to share this list with you. Number 1. And again, let me just say, maybe I spend a lot of time in my videos prefacing this, but it feels good to share it here. This is all about what I've learned and what's resonating with me. And I share it in case if there's something, with the hope that there's something in here that feels really powerful and resonant for you. And sometimes what's really powerful for you is recognizing, I do not agree with that. I feel the opposite of that. Or, that kind of relates to my life, but this is different for me right now because of XYZ. And I totally encourage that. I think we're all learning simultaneously, side by side, in similar and different ways. So these aren't blanket statements that are true for you necessarily. They are true for me right now as I wrote this list, and they feel powerful and I feel inspired to share them. So here I am. Number 1, my list. Number 1, life works out best when everyone takes care of themselves first. Wow. And I was just taught growing up to care for others first. And I witness over and over again how it doesn't work. And it sooner or later comes back to that feeling of I should have taken care of myself first. And then when I do take care of myself first and know what I want, know what I need, speak my truth, then I can show up and I have so much more energy for everyone. And I see it not just from me, but in relationship dynamics, so much. And it's so highlighted in polyamory because there's so many people to take care of, and it works really well when everybody knows what they want and they need. They are able to take care of themselves, ask for the things they need, and voila. Number 2, every connection is unique, perfect as it is, and incomparable, as is every being. So these are things that I've learned from polyamory that I feel apply to the world at large, in general. Everybody is so unique. Our relationships with each individual being and entity and energy cannot be compared to anything else. And gosh, that's one that I've really learned from the pain of comparing myself to others, or comparing my relationship with somebody to their relationship to somebody else, and just realizing it's totally irrelevant, incomparable, and we're also unique and beautiful. Wow, we really are. Number 3, we create our own freedom. We are free. We don't need someone else's permission. We may want their permission. We don't need it. Blaming others is a dead end. Yeah. Yes. We're free beings. It feels really crappy when we feel like somebody else isn't supporting us and isn't supporting our freedom. And ultimately, it's up to us to give ourselves that support and then the world reflects it back. There's a lot in here, and I want this video to be somewhat concise, so I won't go into great detail about all of them. Number 4, self-responsibility equals freedom. Self-responsibility equals freedom. Ask yourself, why is this happening for me? I have a video on that if you're curious about that. Why is this happening for me? Ask yourself, why is this happening for me, and watch your life transform. It's such a big deal, and the best thing I could imagine encouraging anybody else to do, to decide that you are 100% responsible for your own life. And I feel that way. I feel like everything that is happening for me, and I did this. And that is powerful, to know that we are able to control how we show up in all circumstances. And the exact what happened and how it happened, there's so many divine calculations that are out of our control. But the way we show up in the world, and what does come our way, and the way that we deal with it, I guess that's what I want to say. Our life experience, how we perceive the world, that's what I want to say. How we perceive the world, and therefore what we decide is our life experience, by the way we take it in, that's 100% up to us. And when in switching to that mindset, I've found freedom. And I recognize anytime that I'm feeling like the world isn't taking care of me, I'm not showing up as responsible, 100%. Whew. Number 5. For everything, there is a season. Relationships are a continual evolution. Humans are designed to grow and change. It is our nature, as it is the nature of relationships. Yeah, relationships are such a continual evolution, and I think that's a huge reason why growing alongside somebody else is, I think, rare in our society, to see partnerships that are lifelong, long-term, friendships, partnerships, where both people are really thriving, living their authentic truth, really feeling powerful in their lives. I mean, it's not necessarily common to see that in general, and then to see two people doing that, because when we change, the world around us changes too, in the way we see the world. And that means if we're in really close proximity to another being or other beings, our relationships are going to have to change. And it can be uncomfortable or scary to not know what that means. And what I find is that if you can commit to the intimacy of really knowing somebody else, and really knowing yourself, and supporting yourself and another in that journey, the most epic relationships will unfold with yourself and with others. And knowing that there's a season for everything, and really appreciating the season now, and appreciating it as it changes and transforms. So powerful. Number 6, striving for even or sameness are not a good measure of success, health, love, or being in flow. Fair is a challenging word and a dead end too. Alignment feels better to ponder. We could say that what is fair is what is aligned in the eyes of the universe. Comparison is a dead end, a buzzkill, and not soul elevating. Get my Healing Jealousy program if you struggle with this. Yeah, again, we're all so unique and different. Comparing ourselves, thinking about is this fair or not fair? I just haven't found it to be helpful in any way. Thinking about self-responsibility, taking responsibility for how I'm showing up, just so much more powerful to be in that space than wondering. And what is fair, something that comes up a lot, I've noticed in polyamorous relationships, is one partner is wanting to connect with others in a certain way, and another partner is wanting to connect with others in another way. Maybe that's platonic for one, maybe that's sexual for another, maybe that's deep emotional intimacy for one, maybe that's gaming online for the other. So it can just be infinite variations of these things. And what feels really good for one person is likely going to be really different than what feels really good for someone else. So would it be helpful to say what is fair is for them to be doing the same thing? And how do we even measure fairness? So I've just found that to be a dead end and not helpful. And what feels way better for me, again, going back to some of the early things I said, was, what do I want? What do I need? What do you want? What do you need? Let's exist in harmony to bring these things together and just celebrate the heck out of it. Okay, number 7. We all want to be loved and supported unconditionally. Learning to give this to others will also make it something that you receive. Yeah, just like what I said. And Connor and I have a program. It's called Creating Epic Relationships. I highly recommend checking that out if unconditional love and support is something that you're wanting. And actually, the Healing Jealousy program really focuses on this. And that program is for anyone who's struggling with jealousy in any area of life, or comparison, or feeling like they're not enough or not worthy. It's such a powerful program. Number 8, intimacy comes from sharing the truth of our being with another soul. We don't have to be doing the same thing as another to be growing beside them wildly in love. I guess I've been foreshadowing the the things I've learned to come with these previous shares, so I feel like I really just shared about that one. Number 9, life is for living, in joy and fun and adventure. Playing it safe. I guess I love air quotes. You must know that if you watch my channel at this point. Playing it safe, living in fear does not promote growth. There is no comfort in growing. There's no growing in comfort. Making friends with discomfort is a powerful act of love. Number 10, we are all connected infinitely. We all impact one another. Polyamory, or many loves, is another example of the truth of this in our universe. We all love. We feel inspired to share that love with others in whatever ways flow through us at any given moment. The way we show up, the energy we share, has a ripple effect on those you are in relationship with, who they are then in relationship with, and so on and so on. There is no end to this connection, this unity, this love. We have the ability to help one another soar. Be the being you want to be, the energy you want to receive in the world, because it's all the same.